haters. Celebrate every day like a birthday. Things come to those that wait up.
What is the deal, beautiful people? It's your boy Ramon. Welcome to Lifestyles Defined. Here's where we discuss interesting conversations around one of our favorite passions, technology. So let's talk about Donald Trump, the President of the United States. And I don't know, these headlines have been all over my feed lately. And Donald Trump is essentially, or sort of headlines say, he's sitting down with the gaming industry to discuss violence in gaming. And, you know, on any other day or any random day, had this headline pop up, I would have been inclined to tell you to go fuck yourself. But with this particular whatever these chain of events, it came after a school shooting somewhere down south, and you know the victims are angry and there's outcry and people want things to be done. And this is what the President of the United States does. He pulls the coattail of gaming. So no, I'm not going to tell you to go fuck yourself. I'm going to tell you to jump off the roof. This is shameful. I think it's a mockery of people with intelligence. I think it is a disrespect to gamers and people who embody this social thing we call gaming in any aspect, really. You know, if you're grinding it out on Warcraft and making a 6-figure salary selling orcs, level 80 orcs on YouTube, then it's a disrespect to you. I'm sorry, on eBay. If you are if you're on the subway to work and you are feverishly addicted to Candy Rush or Candy Crush, whatever they call that game, then this is a disrespect to you. But before I really hit home the gaming thing, you know, I don't get into politics. I want to touch this very, very lightly. I don't get into politics for one specific reason. Not because I'm not an intellect and I am incapable of listening to both sides of the coin and forming an opinion, or that I'm incapable of giving and taking, or understanding for the lesser of the two evils and all that good stuff. I don't get into politics because me as a person, as an adult, I know I get offended and I take my personal bias very seriously. A lot of people who are into politics, who are politicians and who are pro-politicians and Facebook politicians and all of these, you know, these people, they're not able to I would say, understand that they get offended when someone sort of goes against the grain, go against their opinion. Now, I'm not saying I'm that much of a jackass. I don't believe other people should have opinion. In fact, I do, and I often enjoy other people's opinions. But I know that when talking about politics and Donald Trump specifically, it's such a strong conversation for me. I can't have that with most people, and that's how I view politics. I don't want to have that conversation with most people, but what I will say is politics, the democracy, continues to fail us. The problem in America is not... there's a few problems in America, and I think people get caught up looking for the problem. There is no the problem. There are problems. There are many problems, and when these type of heinous situations arise, there are many problems around it, right? There are many things that lead to what happens. And depending on your bias, people don't check their bias at the door. The one thing that they choose to hone in on is the problem. And that's not so. I can tell you from years of paying attention and years of just shaking my head, one of the main problems in America is how this country continues to turn its back on mental health. This is a problem. And this is such a strong problem that I believe that you could make a case that in America this is the problem. Mental health is not, it's not something to be taken lightly. And if you've ever been depressed, or if you've ever been madly in love, or if you've been ever obsessed with something, then you know this feeling of mental health. Take that level of angst and remove control. That's a problem. This is how we end up in these situations. And what bothers me is that the leaders of our country cannot see this. I'm not going to say guns are a problem, right? Because, I play PUBG all day, Battlefield all day, and this is the SCAR, that's the M24. Now, why do I? Because I got a cousin that was in the Marines, and he would go over there, and he'd come back, and he'd talk that talk, and I could relate. Why? Not because I was a Marine, because I play Call of Duty all goddamn day. Yo, tell me how good that M16 really is at range, right? And then when we got older and we started to go to the gun range and you start to actually shoot these guns, it was like a full circle experience. I don't want to take that away from someone. Guns are kind of cool. But guns don't kill people. People kill people. No, guns kill people, motherfucker. Like, don't get it twisted, right? Again, a problem, not the problem. And there's still a lot of debate around that. Gaming, exposing your kids to this level of interactive immersement. Immersiveness, is that a word? Immersiveness and not really paying attention to it is a problem, right? Because if your 5-year-old is playing Grand Theft Auto unbeknownst to you, then this is going to lead. It's not a yet fully developed mind. Even a teenager doesn't have a fully developed mind, so that can be a problem. That can lead to a problem. Parenting. Like I said, if you're letting your 5-year-old play Grand Theft Auto, then you're a problem. But none of these things are even close to the caliber of problem as mental health. And it's so crazy how this country does not see it. Now, you don't have to be a genius to say to yourself, what kind of person would just lock and load multiple guns, magazines on end, endless ammo, and then go into school and shoot people? This person has to have an issue, right? And before I used to attack parents. It's parenting. The parents, if your kid shoots up a school, then you should be the one that's pulled up on charges. And you should be the one that goes to jail. And you should be the one to lose your life like all the other people's kids lost their life. And that used to be my thing in my early 20s. And I've since changed. It's mental health. Yes, parents should still be, they should still be accountable. But I mean, if you have a parent who's at home and they're in denial, nothing's wrong with my kid. He just likes to stare at the corner for 6 hours a day. He's fine. And then this kid goes to school and interacts with multiple teachers, multiple students, and no one says anything. It's because we don't grasp the importance of mental health. That's the problem. So to have a president in the wake of what happened here to turn his scopes to gaming, this is not a leader. Like, can you imagine the good that can come if the president just up and said, okay, $15 billion will be put forth to build up the mental health infrastructure in this country, both in state and federal. In schools, in public environments, we are training people to recognize potential behaviors that could be a problem. Can you imagine if he did something like that? How much pain and agony we would avoid? But that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is it's disheartening to see yet again how it used to be only mainstream media. Oh, these games are violent. These games are making the kids commit crimes. Meanwhile, we can sit here and watch Kill Bill, and that's okay, but Call of Duty is not okay, right? And the media used to do that, and I hate the media. I hate the media for a lot of different things, right? Wait, would we be considered media? Right? So there's that. To sit here and see the leadership of the country do the same thing, it's disheartening, and it's quite frankly, it's worrisome, right? So, to those of you who are not into gaming like I am, let me explain my disposition here. A lot of my closest friends are from the Xbox. I mean, these are people that I've known for the last 15 years, some even longer. My gamer tag is Uncle Rizza. It's Uncle Rizza because Jerry's kid at his 4th birthday asked if Uncle Rizza was coming to his birthday party. My name was Rizza, Rizzanology. He called me Uncle Rizza. And he lives in Detroit. I live in New York. But we interacted every night. I played Xbox with his father for 2-3 hours, and he was on. He'd be in the party with us, and we'd be rocking out. And this is a bond that I have so many times over. So many. I have this bond, this friendship, this brotherhood with so many other dudes that are not even gaming still today, but I still am. And it doesn't make them any less of my brother. I mean, these were dudes that, we'd be on 3-4 in the morning gaming, and you'd hear the argument with the girlfriend break out. And this happened to me too. And your dudes will be on the mic, and he'd be like, yo, your son, you wilding with that one, right? Damn, dog, you think so? Like, yeah, you kind of bugged out right there. All right, let me go talk to her. Right? This is the level of friendship that I have. This is the level of friendship that I value, all from gaming. And I take it very personally when someone scrutinizes something that's so close to me, and they don't take the time to understand, right? And it just bugs me out. And again, it's coming from the top. Now, you can argue that our leadership has the IQ of an Apple HomePod, right? However far that goes. But you can't argue the domino effect that happens when the media runs with the headline. Oh, after the shooting, Donald Trump is going to have a sit down and a stern talk to the gaming industry about violence. You're relaying the message that gaming is somehow a problem here, or the cause of what happened, when it is not. And I think it's super sad. And there's so much more I could say about this and I want to say about this. But I can't and I won't. Because again, I don't like to get into politics. What I will tell you is, and this is a message to all the gamers out there. What I will tell you is steadfast, my G's. G stands for gamers, like Snow would say. Protect your passion, protect your happiness. And to let you guys in on what that means to me, I was, in my younger days, my 20s, I was like every other 20-year-old, fast cars and faster women. And, it was so many potential relationships I was dealing with. And, you know how it goes. A woman is going to try to change you and mold you into her perfection. And dudes do it too. You know what? You need to stop talking so harsh. All right, babe. I got it. Sorry. My bad. You know what? You need to stop drinking so much. Okay. All right, we'll cut back on the drinking. Cool. You need to lose some weight. All right, I'm gonna go do these 10 push-ups and this one sit-up real quick. You need to get off that Xbox and go to sleep early. Look here, bitch. Get your shit and get out. That's where it stopped. That's what gaming means to me. I have come across so many people that have tried to put me in a category as as not a real man, not a mature adult, don't handle his business. And it's just like, you guys don't understand what I do with my leisure time, right? I work 12 hours a day, and this is still today. I work 12 hours a day. You know, we run LD. We run LD Photo, the photography channel. We run Ignorant Gamerz, the gaming channel. Make sure you guys check that out, because this video will be posted on both, actually. You know, we got the Instagram accounts for all of these things. You know, we got the website. I'm a photographer, and then I got to come home and be a boyfriend and a man in this household. And then I still have about an hour or two for myself some days. You know what I'm doing? I'm getting on the goddamn Xbox. And that's who I am. And I refuse to let someone put me in a situation to waver on that stance. Steadfast. Don't let anyone fool you into telling you gaming is a problem, the problem. Go fuck yourself. Watching Housewives of Atlanta, that's the problem. Paying $80,000 for an education so you can go work at fucking Starbucks and judge me because I don't want the skim milk, that's a problem. Going to get that Porsche when you know you can only afford a Honda, that's a problem. Sharing an article on Facebook about Donald Trump going to talk to the gaming industry and it's about time, that's a problem. Gaming is not a problem, my guys, my G's. Steadfast. Like I said, this video is going on both channels. I thought it would be a very interesting conversation for the LD crowd, but it's going to be also on the Ignorant Gamerz. And you guys on LD, do me a favor, because we're starting to ramp up the Ignorant Gamerz channel and cover a lot more news and topics over there. So head on over there. The link is in the description below. Like a few of the videos, check them out, and subscribe to the channel. Stick around, man. I want to know what you guys feel in the comments, if you're as passionate as me. My name is Ramon, and I'm out of here. Peace. Well, I guess, and the reason we started Lifestyles Defined is because if we weren't on camera arguing about these things, the technologies, the phones, the iPhones, the Androids, the cameras, the games, we'd be on the phone arguing about it. We'd be in each other's houses arguing about it. So why not just put it in front of a camera for everyone to enjoy it the way we do? That's what Lifestyles Defined is all about. We just